Hey guys, RPM here. All right, I got some spicy news for you guys today, or drama, whatever you guys want to call it. HEROMINERS, okay, pinged me today on X, and basically what has happened here is that they were given an ultimatum, or they called it coercion later on, that Dynex apparently is wanting to limit their pool hash rate to 40%, or they're going to become blacklisted and banned from mining Dynex. Okay, so apparently this was a thing back, I think in 2023. The community voted on having a 40% network hash rate lock on their mining, on the mining pool side. Okay, so I have this is the code here, and I got some information. I'm just going to talk with you guys here. But yeah, the main thing is that HEROMINERS has over 60% of the network hash rate right now on Dynex. And so I guess the biggest reason I was told from Yeti, okay, he told me here, basically there's a reason behind it, is we run our business and require redundancy. If HEROMINERS with 60% was to drop, then our business would be screwed instantly. So I think also another thing tied to this is, biggest thing for a lot of proof of work projects is potential 51% attack. Okay, so if, the mining pool gets control, or some hacker gets control of HEROMINERS, then they would have the power, to alter the blockchain, which, to be honest, I don't think has ever really happened for a, GPU mineable proof of work coin over the past couple of years. Not that I know of, but that's definitely something on the back of people's minds, especially because HEROMINERS also has a lot of other proof of work projects that they also have majority of the network hash rate, which we'll talk about later if, HEROMINERS is a little bit hypocritical about this or not, talking about decentralization on their tweet here. So talking about, spreading out the hash rate and whatnot. We're going to talk about this, and I'll give you guys my opinions throughout this video, and I'd love to get your guys' thoughts. Okay, so we'll do that right after a word from today's video sponsor. Luxor's ASIC shop, your one-stop destination for all your Bitcoin mining needs. For those of you who don't know, Luxor has been a trusted name in the mining industry for years. They've moved hundreds of thousands of ASICs for institutional buyers. Now they're bringing that expertise to retail miners like us through their new ASIC shop. Only need one unit? No problem. They've streamlined the process for small orders because no order size is too small. Need replacement Bitcoin mining parts? They have it all, readily available and shipping from their Montana warehouse for fast shipping domestically or to 31 international countries. Use discount code RedPanda for $100 off orders over $3,000 at checkout. Luxor's ASIC shop, making Bitcoin mining easy, profitable, and accessible for everyone. Link down below. Okay, so before I begin, I just wanted to start off with, I'm going to try to stay unbiased in all this, but I have reservations on both sides here, okay, against Dynex and also HEROMINERS. And it's kind of I don't know, is it what's the term, double-edged sword or a two-way street here? I guess, both the community, the mining pool, the project itself. I mean, we all have to essentially work together, to solve this type of thing. Okay. So my opinion right now, okay, just straight off the bat, I think things should have been done a little bit differently in terms of, I guess, with Yeti, whom I respect wholeheartedly. I love Yeti. We talk all the time. We've collaborated before. So I got nothing against Yeti, or for that matter, HEROMINERS. But in this specific case here, because of the situation here okay, so let's just read what the response here from HEROMINERS that Yeti sent to HEROMINERS. Okay, so basically Yeti said here, as head of Dynex security, please can you give me an ETA on implementation of the 40% community voted hash rate lock, okay, which is right here. Here's the code. And the hash rate lock was done back, or I guess community voted back in July 25th, 2023, which personally, I don't recall this ever happening. So this type of thing was never known to me. And just my quick opinion, I think this was done on Discord. So the vote could have been a lot more biased in a way, but I feel like there could have been a lot more, I guess, outreach to maybe content creators or influencers on X, or just, somehow to give a lot more awareness to this that was done back in 2023, because this is the first time I'm actually hearing about this personally, and maybe that's my fault. Anyways, going along, Yeti says, if I don't hear back on an ETA on this by 8 p.m. UTC, I will take that as you're not willing to comply with our request for you to follow the community vote. We will be left no other choice to suspend your pool until you become compliant with the community voted 40% maximum hash rate. We do not take this step lightly and would prefer your cooperation in this matter. Network security is important for what we do, and HEROMINERS is basically choosing not to implement a community voted option is unacceptable. Okay, so I know a lot of people are going to say right now, okay, Red Panda, like Dynex must be extremely centralized here because they're forcing a community voted maximum hash rate lock on the mining pool. And yeah, you're not wrong, but in a sense, but Dynex is not privy to this type of thing. Dynex has been inherently centralized, I guess, in the beginning because they've had a lot of these types of things where, like, if you guys remember the Malib endpoints and how that was essentially centralized, and like one or two mining software that was supported for Dynex, and a whole slew of like other things that you could point to. I'm not gonna dive deep into that, but anyways, just reading along here. Okay, so HEROMINERS says, obviously and without a doubt, we cannot fulfill such an outrageous request as it represents everything in crypto was designed to destroy. Centralization at its most extreme, imposed through top-down authority and control. So the picture here says, before we talk about this, can you explain why Jacob was banned? I believe the other thing is a lot more important than that, don't you? I mean, what Yeti said here is actually correct. I mean, why is HEROMINERS talking about a person being banned? What the heck? Anyways, when we donate here, we and all Dynex HEROMINERS will feel its oppressive consequences, designed to enforce compliance through fear, coercion, and restriction. Okay, so our top 3 miners contribute a combined 31 mega hash. That's almost 40% of the network hash rate, total hash rate. And if they decide to collaborate, will the other mining pools get blacklisted? Will they not be able to mine at all? Because wherever they go, will they be rejected? Yeah, so looking at, okay, so HEROMINERS legit got most of the hash rate over the past like 2 days here. Okay, so you can actually see ekapool.com, okay, actually had, majority of the hash rate, I think, at one point, so 30 mega hash. But then, February 16th, it started dropping down, and then February 18th, it dropped down to 7. So from like 30 to mega hash to 7 mega hash, and that's pretty much, where it is now. Okay, so it looks like majority of that hash rate moved over to HEROMINERS, okay? And then as well as Neuropool had about 27 mega hash, okay? And that dropped down to about 4 mega hash. So it looks like that, that was a good 26 mega hash, 22 mega hash, and then like a good, let's see, how much was here on Ekapool, 30 mega hash here. So good 23 here. So yeah, that pretty much adds up to the extra, extra amount of hash rate that's added on to HEROMINERS here. I'm not quite sure why Neuropool and Ekapool moved over to HEROMINERS. That's really strange. And so, the funny thing is, as a crypto miner, right, we have the ability to mine to any pool that we want to, right? We can switch off to any pool that we want. So to have a, project call out a mining pool to like blacklist, I guess, the IP of a miner to stop mining to their pool is actually really bad if you think about it like that. So again, my opinion, I think Yeti here, our Dynex team, they shouldn't have done it like a 40% community vote here. I think honestly, there could have been a lot more awareness done throughout the crypto mining community and just outreach in a sense to, spread the hash rate towards all the other mining pools. And you guys know me, all the projects we've talked about, I've always said to spread the network hash rate for a more decentralized network. But look at this, okay, miningpoolstats.stream, HEROMINERS has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 projects that have majority of the hash rate. Okay, HEROMINERS has 51.7% of the network hash rate for Flux. Okay, so that, that's a lot of hash rate on HEROMINERS, and also I guess Flux pools, that's only 40% though, which I just remembered Flux has 50% POS with the nodes and 50% proof of work. Anyways, just reading along here, okay, getting off track here. Okay, so crypto was created to dismantle the power of decentralized authorities. Our network strength lies in its permissionless nature, where every miner has the freedom to choose their pool and contribute without undue interference. Okay, so we just talked about that. Imposing a 40% cap is anti-ethical to the principles and undermines the very innovation that brought us together. We actively encourage the distribution of hash rate to help maintain a robust, decentralized network. Okay, so this is where this what they just said here, actively encourage distribution of hash rate to maintain robust decentralized network. So this is where I feel like they're not really doing a good job in doing that, because there's, like I said, there's a lot of mining pools here that hero miners have majority of more than 50% of the network hash rate for these coins. Pretty prominent coins like Ironfish, okay, Zephyr, Warthog, Flux, right? You know, these types of projects are quite prominent in the community here. And so I haven't seen any like tweets or blog posts about, or any awareness regarding, you know, promoting the hash rate distribution for those mining pools, for those projects. Have you guys? Let me know down below. Maybe I'm blind or I haven't seen that, but I personally haven't seen that from hero miners specifically. If I'm wrong, please link me something down below or tell me where they've said that, or at least once, hopefully more than once. If they're encouraging that, please let me know where they've been saying that. Anyways, going along, they say, however, the decision to diversify your mining efforts is entirely up to you. As an intermediary, we hold no authority over how you allocate your resources. We're here to facilitate and support, not dictate your choices. Your approach should reflect your own judgment. Which, okay, so I kind of agree with that. All right, I definitely agree with that. But if they're trying to, you know, promote a decentralized network, I think they should bring awareness for the distribution of hash rate a lot more. And you know what? I'm going to put myself in here. I should be doing that a lot more as well. But for people that are mining these projects, do they care? Right? Do they care about that? Do they care about this? Do they care about 51% attacks? Majority of people probably don't. All they care about is the money part of it, which I don't blame anyone for. Okay, reading along here, the Dynex team justifies this demand based on a vote held in their Discord community. Okay, yeah, so this was done in their Discord, Dynex Discord, a vote that was easily subject to manipulation by bots or limited participation. Such a process can't reflect the true consensus of a decentralized network. Okay, so yeah, I mentioned that earlier, that, you know, I feel like Dynex could have done a little bit better in terms of bringing awareness to this this thing here, this hash rate community vote. I did not know about this. Okay, this is on July 7th, 2023. Did you guys know about this? Let me know down below. I mean, that got like 10,000 views, 25 retweets, 90 hearts. I didn't see this. I don't recall this happening. Going along, decisions on mining should be made transparently on-chain, where every node and every miner has a say. If we allowed extortionate measures like this to take root, we set dangerous precedent, and not only for our network, but for the entire crypto ecosystem. The future of decentralized technology depends on our collective commitment to maintaining and permissionless, free, secure network. Beyond the ideological battle, there are real economic consequences. Free market allows for decentralized miners to choose the most efficient and innovative pools. Arbitrary limits distort market forces, discourage competition, may force consolidation of power in a few hands, ironically recreating the very centralization we are set out to avoid. If a 40% limit was genuinely necessary for network security and fairness, the Dynex team has every technical means to implement it directly into the protocol through a consensus upgrade. A code-based solution, however horrendous, would at least ensure that such a rule is enforced in a verifiable, decentralized manner. And here is the code here, okay? Yeti sent me this, okay? I'm not a coder. I don't know what any of this means, but you guys can freeze frame it. I don't know. Yeah, you guys can look at it. Anyways, moving along. So HEROMINERS says, we urge the Dynex team to reject coercion and engage the community openly. Let's work together to explore on-chain governance and data-driven solutions that address network health without sacrificing our core principles. A truly decentralized decision-making process will ensure that every miner's vote is counted and that changes reflect the collective will rather than the interests of a select few. We call on every miner and crypto enthusiast to demand accountability, insist on full transparency, and oppose any measures that compromise our freedom. United, we can secure a future where every miner's voice is respected, yada, yada, yada. Okay, ultimately, the Dynex team opts to blacklist us. That decision rests solely with them. We only hope they choose a different path. Such an action would go against the core principles of decentralization and open participation that crypto stands for. Okay. All right, and I was pinged here, okay, along with a few other content creators. All right, so there's been a lot of, there's definitely been a lot of talk about this. People have been replying, giving their opinions. Where's the like Spider-Man meme? Where can I? Yeah, you know that Spider-Man meme where they're like pointing at each other. Like that's where I said like kind of like in the beginning. It's just like crypto mining in general, the project, the miners, the developers, the mining pool, everything. Everyone needs to work together. It's a two-way street. Everyone needs to come together to figure out a solution. And I think the solution here, that Dynex did here, that they said here to do a 40% community vote, and then they're pretty much giving an ultimatum, right, to hero miners simply because they have more than 60% of the network hash rate. I feel like could have been done a lot better simply by giving more awareness to the community, right? And I feel like that wasn't done enough. There wasn't enough awareness to the community. I didn't know about it. A lot of other content creators didn't know about it that I've talked to. And I'm not saying that, you know, us content creators have like the power to really reach out to everybody, but any little bit helps, whatever channel it is to, you know, bring awareness to the community as a whole. Anyways, I don't know what the solution is to all this here, but let me know what you guys think. Okay. So yeah, like Yeti, he sent me the screenshot saying preliminary a couple days before. He said, HEROMINERS, can you please implement the 40% hash rate lockdown that the community voted for? We see it right now, almost 50%, which is going against what the community requested almost 2 years ago. Your cooperation is appreciated. Okay, so this was on the 18th of February. All right, so I guess that kind of pretty much goes in line where there was pretty much, I guess, EKA pool implemented that lock. And then on the 18th, it looks like the hash rate dropped off, as we can see here on the 18th. And also on Neuropool, looks like they must have implemented that as well. And so if HEROMINERS didn't implement it, it looks like the hash rate rose here. And so that's why now there's 61% of the network hash rate, over 60% of the hash rate on HEROMINERS now. So maybe the miner got wind of this code change on the pool and was like, hey, you know, I don't like that. And so we're going to mine on HEROMINERS, and HEROMINERS has majority of the hash rate now, which before they didn't. They only had like 15, 14 mega hash prior. Okay, so they really didn't have much up until recently. Okay, so maybe those few miners, those big miners was like, hey, you know, Dynex, we don't like this, you know, 40% hash rate lock. We're going to move to HEROMINERS. I don't know, but this is all just quite interesting to say the least in our crypto mining community here. Okay, guys, so I just wanted to present, you know, what HEROMINERS said here. They do have a Medium blog post. It looks like there's a bit more information here. You guys can read this all if you want. I'll have it linked down below. I'll have the tweet linked down below. You guys can go read it there. Give me your thoughts in the comments. And yeah, just, are you guys mining Dynex? I know Dynex has had a quite steep price depreciation here over the past like half year here. It's down to 10 cents, okay? But I mean, that's happened with a few other projects as well, a lot of depressed pricing. But yeah, anyways, let me know your guys' thoughts on this whole thing, and let me know what your solution would be. Okay, so I'll see you on the next video. Have a good one. Peace out. Peace out.